Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another Toonkind at 12 FPS. My name is Avi, and today I will be playing your horrible, absolutely awful detective, real kind detective, named Shiro Azumi. And today I am joined by my wonderful, amazing friend whom I love very much.
Hi folks, it's me, Comet. Apparently I'm amazing. Yay. And I'll be playing Minami Shanon, my little nervous wreck of a mouse.
And, hi. Yeah, fair warning, I do believe this technically takes place after, Camille's Change of Heart game.
Mm-hmm.
Um, just a little bit. Somewhere in that time frame. Um, um, yeah. So,
Mm-hmm.
Minami, what you doing?
Um, well, this is, she's at the hospital. She's visiting, um, another victim from a case. Because, unlike Camille, they don't get murdered sometimes.
Unlike Veal,
Um,
God.
Hello. Um, and yeah, she's just there to check in on them and ah fuck, we forgot to ping. Okay. Um, and also just get some paperwork done while she waits. And yeah, how's Azumi doing?
Asumi's doing great.
Mm-hmm.
Trademark. Hang on, actually, let me roll something to see how well our bastard boy is doing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's fine. That was a deception roll. He's fine.
Mm-hmm. Nothing is wrong ever.
Nothing is ever wrong. Never,
Mm-hmm.
ever.
Never, ever, ever. Everything's fine. Hey, why not? I could roll the same thing for men.
Oh boy.
Yep. Deception, right? I'm
Yeah.
so happy she has a negative in that. 8. Visibly not doing great.
Oh, wonderful. Wonderful. And, I simply, hold Azumi, who is here because, Camille is here, and I think at this point specifically, they are waiting for the official "you can leave now" kind of tell from the hospital staff. Cough, cough. Inmate. Cough, cough.
Mm-hmm.
Um. Um.
Oh, yeah.
As I simply sit and think. Uh. I think what he's doing is he's probably like talking to some nurse or something about uh his baby brother.
Mm-hmm.
That's his brother, Your Honor. No, he doesn't have
Yeah.
emotional doesn't have emotional hangups over that. Um
Mm-hmm.
but we'll see. Um
Mm-hmm.
anyway, but yeah, Minami, I'm not gonna make your roll perception because this is a
Yeah.
hospital, and God, what else are you gonna do in the waiting room of a hospital?
To be fair, she could be very, very invested in these paperwork.
Do you want to roll perception?
I'd love to roll perception. You won't believe. Okay.
That
That's a nat 1. +9, but still it's a nat 1.
That's it. That's the end of the FPS, guys. Bye. No, I think with the
I mean, listen. With the
your goddamn passive is a 19.
Yeah.
Your passive perception is a 19. There's no way I'm letting this slide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is funny, but also, Min, you're a detective. Please, you have to. You have a reputation to uphold. I mean, she is kind of out of it. She is kind of having trouble focusing on the things. I very nervously look over at the 5 crises she's having all at once.
And
but she
Alright, yeah, if you're not like
yes, sees
yeah, you don't
heck.
Are we having like delay issues in our VC? Is that what this is?
I hope not.
I think
but
if you're not like that that focused on your like paper.
She could just like bump into him, like, actually.
Alright, yeah.
Just not look where she's going.
You know, that checks out considering the mental state Azumi is in. They probably just straight up just bump into each other. You can tell we planned this, guys.
Yay! We did it.
And,
do we roll like a dex save?
Yeah, probably a dex save. But the thing is, my boy's a rogue. Never mind.
He's not rolled. I think I'm gonna put my dice back in dice jail because she just rolled a 2. But that's a +2. It's still not great.
Hey, guess who crit failed?
Oh my fucking god! They're both on the floor.
Yeah. Papers scatter everywhere.
Yeah.
Papers just scatter fucking
She
everywhere.
makes a squeak noise.
Yeah, Minami squeaks. Azumi just fucking swears under his breath as he is collapsed on the ground.
I hit my head. These.
And
Man. She's just shakes her head. And are you okay? I didn't. I'm so sorry. Are you?
No. You are quite fine. I'm sorry about that. I wasn't looking where I was going.
I need to be fair. Neither was I. So and she's gonna start trying to pick up the paper.
Yeah, and at the same time, Azumi's going to help you gather those papers.
Yay!
I'm gonna roll a quick perception to see if you can see anything on these papers, because that would be fun. Okay, that's a modified 20.
Nice. Yeah, this seems like a report that's like in the middle of being filled out. Something. Someone got stabbed. Oh no.
Oh yeah, this is basically like a police report equivalent.
Yes.
And you just Azumi kind of like notes this, and he kind of just even though he is still being so polite, you do notice him sigh as he realizes that this is as he realized that, oh, this is probably yet another detective that he is meeting.
Yeah.
Villestown has too many detectives. That's it. That's the tea.
Yeah. Villestown is in a there are only detectives here. There is no other. You'll any passerby you see, yeah, that's a detective.
Except if they're the breakfast grade.
Yep.
And if they're Timmy.
They're either a detective, a thief, the Breck Brigade, or cats.
Or cats. Me who played in a cat FPS earlier today.
Yes. But yeah, she's pretty much embarrassed, so she's like just avoiding eye contact and just like focusing on picking up the papers so she can just leave.
Yeah, and Azumi does help you like gather some of the papers, and he says, hang on. Okay.
Actually.
That is surprisingly okay. He still has that like kind of pleasant smile on his face. But he says, oh, are you a detective as well?
Yeah, he just sits up a bit and offers a hand. Just Detective Minami Shanon, nice to meet you.
And he'll hand you the papers first before he shakes your hand. Important, what hand is she holding out, right or left?
Heck, it doesn't really matter for me.
I will say, regardless of whatever hand you...
Left hand?
What's up?
Left hand?
Left hand? Okay, yeah. You notice that as he shakes your hand, his left hand is gloved, and it's the only hand that has a glove.
Okay, weird. Did you lose it? Alright,
Hee.
That's
look
just
at
her.
lore.
Yeah.
Not the character lore.
Just... Yeah.
Katie, I know you're in the audience.
Notes that, but doesn't comment on it.
Yeah, and he introduces himself, and he says, Detective Shiro Azumi, pleasure.
She just like, oh, you're okay. You're sorry. No, I heard a lot about you, so
Oh, you've heard of me.
Well, I mean, newspapers, but also well, you know someone Lore. I know Lore, and mentions you.
He kind of like looks confused, and he says, you know Lore, and he speaks of me.
She just nods. Just.
Do you want to roll a quick insight?
I'd love to. I'm putting my. I'm going back to Dice Parser. What was your insight? +9. Cool. Oh my god. She's not doing the best but yeah, that's a 14.
simply sit as I try to
She's
figure out
not
how to
rolled a single good thing today.
I gently pat her. I will say, you mentioned that Lore talks about him, and he just seems so very confused about that. And I'm just gonna roll a quick thing for myself. Okay, yeah, that makes a lot of goddamn sense. This is a con check. You also notice that this man, despite looking and acting like he's full of energy, he looks, his eyes, they are so tired.
Yeah, I look at my girl who's also visibly kind of doesn't even have the energy to hide it. It's just she also looks tired. I look at the chat. None of you are sorry. None of you are sorry. I'm joking. I'm
sorry.
joking.
Okay.
But where was I? She kind of fumbles a bit. This that isn't it anything bad. It's just he thinks. Well, he likes talking about his friends. So
As I roll another fucking deception. Okay.
I am here to cause Azumi psychic damage.
Cool.
Oh, cool. That's okay. That's great.
That was a nat 20 on deception, guys.
I put my head in my hands. Yep. Sounds about right.
And he says, "Oh, he. All right." What has he said?
Oh, Katie gave me a list a bit ago. I try to remember them. This has an he said you were nice. Uh well, he told me that you helped Camille out and I
Oh, you happen to know Camille as well.
Sort of. She just does a nervous laugh. Just we met a few times on just got caught up in cases together, but he doesn't stick around much after, so I never had the chance to properly talk to him.
Azumi makes a mental note of that.
Yeah. She just looks even more and more nervous the more she's talking. So he's probably just he's probably got other things to. I mean, I don't know how old he is, but I don't know. He's a kid. I'm sure he had other things to do. So I don't know. He's always disappears afterwards. He just fiddles with her hair a bit. I mean,
Right.
I hope that it's just that. I don't think I did anything to make him dislike me. At least
Oh, I highly doubt it.
I hope I did. Okay. Just to say.
I highly doubt that it's anything that you've done. Camille is a bit, let's say, spirited. A lot of things get his attention. He's a 6-year-old. Of course they will.
Yeah, of course. Of course. And she kind of just sighs a little bit. Because this girl is worried that this kid is just avoiding her. But, I look at you. I mean, he is, though. He is, though.
He is, though.
She's
But Azumi doesn't
once
fucking know that.
Yeah. I put my head in my hands. For once, her anxiety is right. I'm trying to read through the Laura also mentioned you offered to help him with his well, a lot of things.
Yes.
A lot of things. She's
I am a detective. That's what we do.
yeah, he, well, I don't know if he wants to tell you himself, but we did figure out some things.
Oh.
Not more so around his curse.
You see him reach into his pocket as he retrieves a notepad.
Once again, she looks visibly stressed. I'm
As I quickly roll a
yeah.
insight to see how stupid this man is.
What
the fuck?
What was it? Oh my fucking god. Okay. Another nat 20. That's great. That's great. That's great.
You know, I said this earlier in the cat FPS, but yesterday Arata was in the session for Into Silence campaign, and he rolled, I think it was like 3 or 4 nat 20s in that game. And during the cat FPS, Jeannie got a nat 20, and I was like, I sure hope this isn't an omen. I look at now. I simply sit here.
I also just sit here. Good God. Okay. Okay. What did I give you? Her. Yeah. Asumi noticed her ears are twitching a bit, just in a nervous manner, and oh, she looks very tired. Like, whatever it was, how do I say this? I'm so sorry. I'm trying to find words.
No, take your time,
Not happening. She just, she looks like a very bad mix of worried and concerned and trying very hard, very, very hard, put her emotions right here, and then one day she'll die. And it's not working very well.
I think Azumi kind of
Whatever it was, it wasn't great, and so it must. And Laura's not reacting well to it, so she's trying to put him first.
I think Azumi kind of just raises a brow, and he doesn't press on everything all at once.
Mm-hmm.
But I think what he says is, well, he starts off with Shanon-san.
Yes.
How should I put this? He kind of straightens up as he pauses and thinks, and he says, You can't keep burdening yourself with everything all at once, at least with the assistance of another detective, and he makes a vague gesture. At least you have assistance with Lore's current situation. You don't have to figure this out on your own. In fact, I have mentioned before that I would like to assist Lore with his current problem. But I can't do that unless you let me know what it is that you found out.
She just I she kind of looks around nervously. Um I I know but you thank you for offering what uh he hasn't been reacting well to the the news, and uh,
One thing at a time.
mm, I mm,
Take a deep breath.
she's wondering if this is an all right thing to say out loud right now. It's
I think
yeah, Lord.
I think Azumi kind of like
Where is it? God.
I think Azumi glances around, sees that they're still in a hallway.
Yeah, that's the biggest concern she has.
And I think in that case, he kind of looks around. Is that really quick perception? Yeah, that's what I thought you'd say, you disgusting detective. I'm in the wrong channel! He kind of, gets up and leads you to a door to an empty I forgot what it's called. An empty hospital room.
Mm-hmm.
There's no patient in here, basically. And he leads you inside, and he looks out the door to make sure that no nurse is coming by, and he just kind of closes it and gives you a bit of gives the two of them a bit of privacy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and she does. Her shoulders, like, the tension in her shoulders are a little relaxed now, just a bit. But she's holding her papers tightly, and so Lauren, his family, they will worship the god of lore.
I will say, Azumi's, like, listening to you, but he is, like, writing some things down.
I'm looking at Katie if this is okay. I know you said, but, like, I'm so nervous. Okay, thank you. We just. Mm-hmm. Oh boy. Okay. Lori. Oh boy. Okay. Lauren. It turns out to be the reincarnation of Lore. So.
You mean to say that he is the reincarnation of a deity?
And he did it till now. He did. She said, and she did it, and he didn't know till now.
Your passive perception is a 19, right?
Yeah.
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 Under his breath, Azumi kind of grumbles something. You don't know what language it's in, but it doesn't sound nice.
Oh, fun.
But he does write something down.
And okay. The curse wasn't exactly a curse. It was. It was it was a blessing. So
A blessing.
she just does a quote unquote gesture.
Alright.
Hence why remove curse never worked. I'm. Oh, he's having an identity crisis.
Oh, that's just fucking ridiculous.
Sure, he believed he was a human his entire life.
And?
Okay.
Reincarnation
Something
or
about-
not, that doesn't change the fact that lore Parif is lore Parif.
No, it doesn't. I know, but
He just kind of rubs
He's
a hand
still
against
Lord.
his face.
he's still Lord. I just
Like the many gods, this is ridiculous. Ugh.
I guess it would feel weird to just find out you grew up worshipping yourself. That and his whole life was just um
Well, I suppose that
I'm not gonna claim to understand it. Something about lore that God wanted to be more empathetic and become a better God, so I wanted to become a human and orchestrated everything so he would I'm down.
As I roll a few things.
even the blessings so he even the blessings so he would
Yeah, my boy just rolled a
I'm-
wisdom save. He's fine. Don't
Oh,
worry
cool.
about it. He's just nodding at you to continue. Maki, please stop biting me.
Lucky.
Maki, you can't do this for your cameo. You cannot bite me twice. Don't worry, she's not like actually hurting me, she's just doing love bites.
Like I don't even know what okay. What else did I miss?
Azumi has an
the
expression.
blessing. Yeah.
Azumi has an expression on his face like it's, oh god, there's more, but he doesn't say anything. He just continues writing.
Yes. She just gives him a very tired look, like there's more. His town was made by the gods, and I guess to hide from other people that because he Lord the god had enemies and didn't want that to interrupt the Lorm's life, but essentially he wanted to know God good. This is gonna confuse me. The names are gonna confuse me. Lord the God.
In Parif.
God of lore. He wanted to experience, I actually don't exactly understand myself. It's a very
He wanted to experience life as a mortal and to better understand what it is to be like a mortal, so that he could be a better
be
god. Is that what I understand? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, and to and he asked another god, his sibling, to give him a blessing, and
That is what led to Parif never being
him.
able to return home.
Yep. And I can't. She just starts having, like, visibly having. I met that god, the one that get. It's not. Maybe it would have been easier if it wasn't even. It didn't seem out of it. It wasn't out of malice. It.
Malice or not, it doesn't change the fact that what happened is a tragedy.
Oh no, it did. I have very conflicting feelings about this person.
Ah, yes, and you happen to be speaking to somebody who has experience with deities.
You do?
He gives you a very tired look.
He just doesn't sigh. Why?
Fortunately,
Why is it like this?
Fortunately, I do know several people who are willing to slay gods if needed. Anyway, back on track. What else have you learned from Lord Parif?
Well, from Lord, his domain. There was a problem with his domain. So something it seems to be fixed now, so that's a relief. But the Lord Domain wanted, there was a okay, I'm mixing words. Hold on.
Take your time.
While he was being human, he got other gods to just maintain it, I suppose. While he was away, but one of them something happened to them and could lost their domain and wasn't a god, so I think it was described like it was leaking, and lore had it made lore act different.
Lord Parif or Lord the God?
Lord Parif. He would start acting not himself and losing time and being very nosy. He would just get very nosy.
I see.
And I
suppose that checks out, considering.
I guess it makes sense now, because the Lord Domain wanted more lore, and
yes.
That seems fixed now, so I'm happy with that. He doesn't have, after that, to worry about anymore. He was very worried about that.
Has the blessing been retracted?
No.
He purposefully makes a note.
Hmm. I kind of relieved he got the answers he wanted, though. It was really not knowing was really killing him.
Mm-hmm. Again, I suppose that makes sense considering his domain.
He got Polar!
What's up?
She's like just suddenly just excited. He grew taller, and she looks kind of trying to make it lighter, but also kind of mad at the situation, as if he wasn't tall enough already.
Azumi, exhausted already, just kind of sighs and writes a note. It's written in Kori, so you can't read it, but for the audience, the note says, kick Lore in the shins to make him shorter.
Great. Yeah. Yeah. She's just dragging her hands, like, down on her face. That's pretty much what we learned. I think that covers it. Though if you want more details, you could talk to Laura.
Perhaps. Suppose there's no avoiding that now. You wanna roll a quick insight?
Sure!
Oh, you are disgusting. You don't want- no, fuck it, you're rolling at disadvantage.
23. Finally, something good.
Alright, cool. Disadvantage worked.
Yay! God! Oh yeah, wait, thank you, Katie, for keep helping me remember. So, and she just quickly adds, and, oh, right, and the cursed and the gods think they're not related to his eyes or his father. That seemed to have been,
He raises a brow at you.
something they didn't expect.
Is it related to ink?
Yes.
Is it related to Toot ink?
Yes.
Or he just pointedly, very calmly, hang on.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, okay. You are a motherfucker. Very calmly, makes another note.
Mm-hmm. I think, like, she's kind of like, oh, they haven't discussed it. Okay, maybe I should,
But I will resolve that,
Mm-hmm.
insight and deception roll real quick.
Mm-hmm.
You say that, Azumi could try talking to Lore. Azumi says that, he supposes there's no avoiding it. For some reason, the way he says it gives you the impression that he doesn't actually like Lore that much.
Oh.
I'm not sure why.
I'm not sure. Yeah,
Because he
she's
does a
not-
really
like-
good job at trying to cover it up. I look at his plus 10 deception. And he's trying to be polite for you.
Mm-hmm.
But there is definitely something there.
Tucks this information away, but definitely clocks it. And I was like, okay. Okay, sure. All right. Um, what was I gonna say?
Something
Right.
about
She was gonna
the-
expand on ink. So, did he tell you his family worked at as printers?
He nods.
They, uh, Lord told me, they, one, one day they got a client that wanted them to make something with that ink, but they didn't know what it was, and there was an accident, and it got into his eyes, and his his father was um very angry when he found out what it was, and but all the client documents and his father disappeared afterwards.
I'm going to say something very blunt, and I understand if it might come off as callous. But I need to know.
Mm-hmm.
Do you suspect that this is related to the Toon trade?
Yes.
He nods and writes this down.
Mm-hmm.
First rose,
Yeah.
now this.
This is just, yeah, Lord Dub, thanks. Uh, great, this is great. And she also does like a tired sigh. At that point, he needs a break.
Azumi doesn't really say anything. He just kind of hums.
Hmm. I'm Min is just like standing there awkwardly. She doesn't know what to do now. Um, just shuffles a bit.
You said that you know Camille, yes?
Mm, sort of, I suppose, yes. I
And he's never spoken to you beyond the cases you've met him on.
No. I'd like to see if I'd like to just talk to him about how is he?
He gives you a look. And he
And
says...
she just got
he says, Camille is currently in the hospital recovering from a concussion due to defenestration. I am currently looking after him.
Okay. I mean, thank you for looking after him. I'm glad he has someone that's looking after him. God.
There is definitely okay for the audience who has never been an AI server. High arrows. There's a lot more than that.
Yeah.
There's a lot more than that.
Is he recovering okay?
He's doing all right now. Luckily enough that the doctor on duty here is the doctor on duty here is incredibly good. They are a very good doctor.
She just sighs in relief. She is, as we can tell, she is genuinely worried about this child.
But if you are that concerned for his well-being, then I will let him know that you were wondering about them.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
And I will try to let him know that I believe he should, well, speak with you.
She kind of, perks up a bit, because she would like to talk to him. It's, she smiles. No pressure to him. I understand if he doesn't want to. It's, but I'd like to, meet him, in better circumstances, honestly.
He nods.
This... This... I don't like what he's being dragged into, but he seems relatively fine, though that's not something I can say. I'm just glad he has someone to keep an eye on him.
Oh, you are a disgusting detective, little man.
Wow.
You are disgusting, and I hate you, and I hate the fact that you're a liar and a hypocrite. And he simply just nods and says, well, someone has to make sure he doesn't get into too much trouble. He just seems to attract it. He does say that somewhat fondly, though.
I think Min just smiles, and very softly. I'm glad you are. Good Lord, gods no, there's too many child detectives, and
You're telling me. I swear the only detective in Villestown who has their head on their shoulders is Detective Moria from the agency, and that is it. Every other detective I have met has either been young, absolutely out of their minds, or both.
She just does another tired sigh. One adult. Okay. Okay. Why is it like this?
Oh, I wish I could give you an answer for that.
I mean, I know the answer, but doesn't mean I like it.
He raises a brow at you.
The plot here is atrocious! What am I supposed to say?
And he just goes back to looking over his notes.
You
You can incite that as well.
I'd love to incite that. $21.
Hi, this is a real kind.
Yeah.
Who has not been in Einquell for well, actually that's a lie. He's been here for a while. Despite that, you don't believe that.
Oh yeah, Lore mentioned. Oh, I forgot. Lore mentioned that he doesn't believe in plot.
Yeah, Azumi doesn't believe in the plot.
Yeah, she just remembers.
You just fucking remember that Lore told you that Azumi doesn't believe in the plot.
It's Min just doesn't. She's emotionally she's doing the prayer hands, but she doesn't want to do that in front of him because that seems a bit rude. So the plot is a real thing, and like there is the plot god. I don't know what to tell you. I don't think the things that I went through myself are even normal.
He just pointedly doesn't say anything. If he did, it would be rude.
Yeah. She's arms crossed, raised eyebrow.
I just don't see it fair to hand wave everything on plot. It removes...
Oh, like... No, it isn't.
It removes a, how do you say, a sense of responsibility.
And
blaming a concept over the people involved.
You want to roll insight?
Yeah. And that's another dirty 20.
Cool. She just looks away and there's an ear flick. Like, she agrees with you. She's just, it's a situation that sucks. Kind of. How do I properly say this? She doesn't look frustrated with you. It's just frustrated at the situation.
I think he simply just kind of sighs.
I'm sorry, that was rude.
As if Azumi hasn't been rude.
Listen, this girl tries her very hardest to be polite. She needs to be liked by everyone.
I gently pat her.
Yeah. Mm. Like, it doesn't matter. Hmm?
What are you saying?
No, you go.
Alright. Kind of just sighs and decides to change the subject, because if he continues on it, he will be rude. And, he just goes, you said that you've read about me in the papers, yes?
I mean, it comes up every now and then, yeah.
I assume it is the Spirit Road case?
Yeah, from what I heard, yes. I'm kind of tempted. Do you want to roll?
What do you want
Hold
me to
on.
roll, beloved?
No, I'm just trying to... What? I'm doing a think. I'm so sorry.
No, take your time, take your time.
Oh. Yeah, that works. Thank you, Fletcher.
Alright, I'll roll history.
Yeah, roll history.
Oh boy.
Because maybe Azumi looked into Sam a little bit more after the whole...
Did.
Yeah.
A 16.
Uh-huh.
Would you say that's
that's a
enough?
good...
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be enough. There was... Maybe before it was... The name sounded familiar, but it wasn't quite sure till it clicked now, I guess.
It probably takes a moment. I will hand you that he is a little bit tired.
Yeah, yeah. So is she. So, like, yeah. So he has that information that they knew each other. I don't know, I don't think her investigating the Sam's disappearances.
Yeah, I don't think it would be well known either. Like, just her looking into it, but I do think that hang on. Okay.
But if Azumi realizes, oh, they knew each other, and then remembers Camille avoids her.
Yeah, that's what I'm rolling for. That's a whiz save. He got an 18 on that. Thank God for Clash Star advantage, and that is a deception. He's fine. That was a modified 29.
If I investigate that, I need to really desperately hope for a nat 20 to beats that.
Yeah.
But like, I don't want to. Consider I don't want to.
Yeah.
This needs to go on for longer, and I can't do that.
And Azumi is just like. Okay, for the audience, inwardly Azumi is just like, oh, I am going to shake Camille over this. You are getting a stern talking to, little man.
Actually.
Oh?
No, I'm trying to do some thinking here.
Take your time.
Because if it was they were both known as, 16. They were both 16 then. Uh,
Oh.
and she referred to Laura as a boy, like younger than her.
Oh boy.
I'm wondering if Izumi could.
I'm gonna roll a quick. I think this would be either medicine or arcana, considering my this is something I introduced.
At least, like, what the fuck is this girl's age?
Yeah. I think this would be more leaning to medicine in terms for her age, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
You do not need to roll that high. You don't even have proficiency in this. Is this the right sheet? Yes, it is. Okay.
Yeah, Clutch close up a good point. They don't know they were close. It's just like they knew each other.
Yeah, and
But if he wants to be nosy about that,
yeah, he kind of just. There's a brief moment in which he squints as he kind of like lines these dots up in his head.
yeah.
Doesn't say anything just yet, but he's just kind of
This mouse is just there.
huh.
Mm-hmm.
Shanon-san, out of curiosity, how old are you?
Me? Oh, I turned 19 recently. Huh. Yeah, I'm 19.
Despite being 16 recently.
Mhm. Cool, cool. I mean, you probably don't have to roll insight because she's. Should I roll this? Is there something to roll in with save over? Yes. Okay, she's doing pretty well actually.
I mean, I could roll an insight.
Yeah. Hmm?
I could roll an insight.
You could absolutely roll an insight.
Oh, never mind.
Oh.
That's your first bad roll, buddy. Well, second.
Yay. I think. Oh. I shake her. What are your words?
As I quickly flip a coin to see if he would heard of something. Okay, yeah, he does. He does know about this.
Cool. She tries very hard to keep her ears from emoting, and she's just keeping a very, very pleasant smile. Yeah, that, yeah, that's right. I, she's really struggling to speak right now. God.
I think in that case, Azumi just kind of relents and he just says, well, I'm glad you are at least recovering now. And he kind of sighs and rubs a hand against his face.
Thank you. She just nervously just fiddles with her tail. Yeah, this seems like a sensitive thing to her.
Yeah, he just kind of backs off from it.
Mm.
That pretty much gave him all he needed to know, so...
Yay! I need to stop looking at the chat.
Handshake. I'm gonna bully our audience later.
Yeah. I think she's just standing there awkwardly again. This sure was a thing. To talk about. She's mostly relieved that he dropped it.
You have not asked Azumi anything about him, and he's pretty much gotten a lot from you.
Yeah.
About you. And about lore.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like unless she says something, he's gonna try and leave.
He's gonna what?
Gonna try and leave.
I'm trying to think of what she would. What'd she ask Azumi? Heck. I'm having trouble thinking. I shake my muse. Please think of something. Fletcher, thank you for the suggestion. I don't think she would, though. I don't think she would ask about Sam, because, like... Okay. How did he figure that out, though? Age thing.
I do my research, Miss Shanon.
Okay.
You and another young detective, about 16, about recently. And no insight needed. You see him, you see his like expression, like his lips form a thin line right after he says that, but he continues to say, but you somehow managed to age 3 years in the span of 1? That's... And considering that this is Einquell, that typically only points to one sort of affliction.
Right. Right.
As a detective, I believe you would understand how important and powerful information is. And it all comes down to a matter of how to look for it and how to use it. There is a lot you can learn just by seeing and observing and extrapolation. the way a person acts. For example, how nervous you are. Tells quite a lot. Miss Shanon, if I can give you a piece of advice.
Of course.
Take it from someone who's been in your position. Pleasing the public will never get you anywhere. It will only leave you more empty.
Yeah. Yeah. Really didn't do me any favors.
And Azumi, are you really gonna roll a win save for this? Oh, that was surprisingly low, buddy.
Hmm?
What about your second? Oh, that was surprisingly low, buddy.
What? Hello? Hello?
How was his wit save? You say that they never really did you any favors, and then he just says, "They never did me anything either." And he kind of just sighs and flips the notepad close and tucks it back into his pocket.
I'm trying very, very hard to find a way to lead this to a conversation about Sam, but I have no fucking clue how that would.
Well, he did say that you knew another 16-year-old detective, so...
Oh, heck. I'm He's hmm 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 hmm. Is that really something you want to say right now? Are you sure about that? Are you very sure about that, please? Hun? Are you sure?
Oh?
Um,
Action hands?
uh, I'm sorry I'm taking a long time right now.
No, take your time,
I'm just
take your
trying
time.
to, she, if it weren't for Sam, I wouldn't have gotten out of it.
You knew him personally.
Mm-hmm. You know about him?
I'm familiar with the case, yes. Which is technically not a lie.
Yeah. Why did I have to grow old and he doesn't?
Azumi kind of tenses at that. And he says, well, what would he say to you if you were thinking like that?
She just shakes her head. I know. I'm sorry for saying that. That was.
There is nothing wrong with grieving. Just don't let it fester. Alright?
Yeah, I'm. I think she just goes quiet.
I look at my boy who's my boy who is very uncomfortable now, does not know how to comfort people, and just wants to leave. Because boy, does he want to leave too. Talk to Camille, because holy shit, what the fuck? And he just kind of Azumi just kind of like out of habit just kind of smooths down the front of his vest. And he just stands up and says, well, right. And he kind of reaches for his notepad again, flips to a blank page, opens it, writes something down, and tears out the page and hands it to you. It's a phone number, and he says,
oh,
if you happen to find anything else out, or if you happen to need any assistance with Paraf or anything else, really, just let me know, alright?
Yes, thank you. She probably reaches for her own, like, just shuffles in her pockets. And, yeah, gives him her own. Just, if you find anything else out as well.
Will do.
More. Thank you. I'm sorry for keeping you.
Don't apologize.
Mm.
In fact, I was the one who brought you here in the first place. That's not your fault. and quite frankly, excessive apologizing is a bad habit.
I've been told. She's just...
I think he kind of like chuckles at that, and he just says, "But I really ought to be going. I actually have to speak with the doctor here to make sure that Camille is able to leave."
Right. I'll see you later. It was nice meeting you.
Likewise, Shanon-san. Have a good day.
You too. Take care of Camille. She just... I do finger guns. She's already walking the other way.
Yeah. He just kind of leaves the room. It just kind of immediately makes a beeline for Camille's room.
You...
Boss music times 2. Not actually boss music. Because if Azumi was actually having his boss music, that would just... Yikes. I think the perfect place to end us off is just Camille's sitting in his hospital room, and then the door opens, closes behind Azumi, and then Azumi just looks at Camille and just goes, "Camille Christie, what the fuck?"
Yeah, this whole conversation happened in the same building where she is looking for him, and he's right there.
Yeah.
I really want to know how that conversation went.
We'll figure it out later.
We can do it later. Yeah.
Do you have anything else to add?
Nope.
Alright. In that case, thank you so much, everybody, for listening both now and in the future. And thank you, Comet, for playing with me.
Yay. No problem. Thank you so much, Shafi.
And for now, we will bid you all a good time zone. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.